What's up, guys? I'm going to give you guys a base tour. I know I'm doing the Let's Play and stuff like that, but I wanted to give you a base tour. I want to show you what I got going on in my other world. It is day 232. Been on this one for a while. Just keep working on it, you know. I'm going to show you guys around what I got here. It's similar to what other people might have with some minor changes, you know. We're here on the Navigating map at the passing gas, actually, by the bridge and the river. And we've been holding it down right here for 232 days. So let me jump down here, show you what we got. I've got my trees growing here. I just got tired of running to the forest all the time. The passing gas looks a little bit different, of course. I left it all wood. If you can get here on day one and get up on the roof, you're in very good shape for a very long time. But I recently had a horde night, as you could tell. I think I already looted all these. I'll have to come out here and clean it up eventually. I fought this horde from my cage right here that I built. That up there doesn't do anything. That's just to put the crops up high rather than down low, because I didn't want the zombies to mess it up. And I wanted easy enough access to it. You know what I mean? But we got some metal right here. Guess they broke some stuff. Other than spikes, I mean. But we need to make some repairs. Turn my headlight on here. Need to make some repairs. The concrete took some damage. Need to fix it. I'm debating on whether or not I want to keep this gas station here or tear it all down. Because at this point, it's day 232. I've pretty much done what I'm going to do other than continue surviving and build more complex structures. Sorry about the lag. And build more complex structures and things like that. I've pretty much, done it. And I would rather see what happens is all the zombies get over in those spikes. And some nights they come from across the river and I get tons of them down here in my trap. And some nights they come from on the other side of the building and I get very little of them in my trap. And then I have to run up here as fast as I can and either get on the roof or go get in that cage on the other side of the building and fight zombies that way. And I kind of just want to pick one, I put some bars up and things like that because I figure if I'm going to use this place, if it's going to be here, I'm going to use it anyway. Whoops. If it's going to be here, I'm going to use it. So I've been looking into, maybe I can fight from in here sometimes. I don't know, but it's very likely that I'm going to end up taking the passing gas down and just leave the foundation here. But check this out, man. I'll show you what I built on the side of it. I just did this the other night, actually. I took the jail doors. Let's see if I can get these open. To block out, I created a window in here in the garage area. And I took those quarter blocks, and the eighth blocks are the corners. And I came out and made this little frame, and I used metal trussing, which is actually kind of dangerous because metal trussing only has 1,000 hit points, if I'm not mistaken. So this stuff could give out any time. I hope it doesn't, but I wanted to try something different because it's day 232. You know what I mean? I wanted to just try something else. And I enclosed it with iron bars. I cut the wooden roofing there off and put up concrete blocks, and reinforced it. And I built myself a shark cage, if you will. Cops can't destroy this at first. They can eventually, and they will try. See, they've done a little bit of damage there, but as you can see, though, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? So you're okay as long as you got a couple of forges going on, some stuff to take care of yourself while you're in here. But the damage is pretty minimal, it seems. Yeah, I don't have any of my stuff with me. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this part of it. Well, I'll show you the roof. We'll go up on top. We'll jump up here. I just used frames. I'm used to another game, sorry. I just used frames for a lot of this because I didn't need to use anything else. And if the zombies were to get in here, I would rather... Crap, I can't believe I just did that. If the zombies were to get in here, I would much rather the zombies actually like break those frames and not be able to get up here with me. You know, I left a gap right there so they'd fall anyway. But if they were pounding on those frames, they won't last long, and then, you know, their way up here is cut off. But I've got an infinite water source. If you guys want me to show you how to do that, leave a comment below. A friend of mine showed me that. This is where I was staying. And as you can tell, I made it out of wood. And on day 231, which was the day before this one, I decided to move it all down into the underground section of it because we had a lot of spawns. I had a few spawns up here on the roof, but that's happened maybe 3 times out of 232 days. But that last horde, you saw all that stuff down there. That was rather bad. So I've just decided to take it underground and make some decisions. The only problem is I fertilized most of this dirt. This thing actually fell down on me once. That's the reason some of this is grass. I had to rebuild it. But I got to thinking and I was like, you know, I should really pick one. I'm maintaining these 2 bases. They're right next to each other. The idea was to use them both as one, but one of them is interfering with the other. Or if I wanted to fight the horde from in here, that one is interfering with this one. So they don't work together quite like I thought they would. You know what I mean? So I figured maybe it's time to just move it on down to the trap down there and just take this one down and free up the space. But let's go down and I'll show you around a little bit more. Whoop, got some more lag. I'll try and do a little less running. Go down here. You really don't need a whole lot of concrete for certain things. You really just need wood. You know, because it won't take damage. Like, the zombies cannot attack up, and they cannot attack down. So, I mean, you're good for the most part. So anyway, here's the trap. You've probably seen a few of these before, right? Only difference is I added wood spikes to mine. Why, you're asking? It's because I got tired of having to repair every single spike in here with one piece of steel. I figure, why not throw some wooden spikes down, let them do some of the work for me, save some ammo, and just spend 100 wood on a spike. You know, my trap's not huge. I think it's 6x7 if I remember right. So it's not terribly big. It's not hard to keep spikes in. It seems to work too, because what happens is, and I'll show you my forging room, I've got 3 forges here for making steel and forged iron. And this box here has repair stuff in it and metal and stuff like that. I usually make my iron bars and sun bullets and things like that here. Not bullets, I'm sorry. Iron bars, forged iron, forged steel, things like that. I make that in here. If it's a lot of clay and a lot of metal, I make it in these 3. And these wooden spikes here, actually, when a screamer walks over to this hole because these forges are running, she'll fall in here, and rather than fall on these log spikes, she's going to fall on those wooden spikes, and they'll take care of her. So I can stay back away from her and just let the trap do its work itself, and everything's going to be fine in the long run. So there's a little trick. If you want to get rid of some screamers, throw some wooden spikes on top of your log spikes. It's a bit expensive, on Horde Night anyway, but it'll take care of the screamers for you for free. I don't think I don't think I have anything in here that's been cooked, but these boxes here are nothing. These are just to drop loot in from Horde Night. I don't think there's some. That was from my last Horde Night. Not tremendous great stuff, but that pistol and this shotgun down here are pretty good, I guess. But a lot of it I just load it up and store it. You know what I mean? We'll go down here. I'll show you the downstairs. Actually, I need to show you this. This is an old forging room. I used to have a bunch of forges in here. I'm going to show you the new one. Now it's basically... Originally the idea was if a cop gets in here and it's going to explode, I could step behind this wall, let him blow up. I had however, a foot, 2 feet, however many, whatever of concrete that is protecting me. That was the original idea. And I went ahead. It's night time. I don't care. It's not Horde Night. We'll be alright. But anyhow, I originally built it for forges, put those up to protect it. Then figured I could use it to protect myself from the cops. And then I realized that if I just stand here, that they can't really bother me if they explode. And most of the time when they puke, they end up puking up here on this steel and not back in there where I am. So it ends up being okay. This is the mine. This mine is ridiculous, and I do mean ridiculous. I set up torches as a breadcrumb trail because you will get lost in here. This is 200 and some days of me digging out this mine. It's absolutely huge. It goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. It's just an endless system of tunnels and stuff. Looks like I started back this way. Probably goes on back somewhere. But the real fun is when you follow these torches. This thing stretches almost. It stretches to... We're right there. We're down in this mine. This mine stretches to up here around the working steps, and I'd run it and show you, but, well, I'll show you. That way you can see what I got here. Hang on, lag. We'll take her slow at first. Let the game catch up a little bit. Try to not let it destroy my video. This is another way out. There is another mine shaft entrance right behind the wall of the gas station. So it's like very clear and easy to see. You don't really have to hide it from zombies, and I'm not real big on player versus player. But let's see if we can make it back here. I'll give you a tour of the mine. Man, that button comes up. There's a bug in this game causes that. There. So we'll go on back this way, and I'll show you what I can of it. You can tell it's a long way back here. It is a very long way back here. This is where we're getting into burnt forest. We'll show you. This is the first big room. Yep, we're in the burnt forest, as you can tell. This is where you'll get a lot of coal on Nava's game. When you go to the green biome or the forest biome or whatever it's called, where there's grass, very green biome, you're going to get a lot of lead, if I'm not mistaken. That's what you'll find there, is a lot of lead. You can find lead everywhere, and you can find coal everywhere, but you'll find a lot of it in that particular area, if I'm not mistaken. This tunnel seems like it goes forever and ever and ever. I put serious consideration into bringing this thing up inside that working steps to make it easier for me to come up here and get free tools and stuff. But I don't know. I still got a long way to dig. I thought about digging up in the middle of Dyersville or something like that, but I haven't made my mind up yet. I'm still thinking on it. Here's the next room. Almost in the green biome. You can see the clay on the map there. So we'll keep running. I'll show you where it comes to an end at. It's pretty cool when you dig tunnels like this because you can get to, it takes a very, very, very long time. A very long time. But you can get to these biomes without dealing with dogs, without dealing with the zombies and stuff. You literally just go underground and run where you need to go. And yeah, it's grueling. There's this huge, huge, massive, just like, it goes on and on and on this way too, but I'll spare you, you know. We'll just follow the torches. But it just keeps going and going and going. There's a bunch of stuff this way. Yep. That goes on back in there, and I think that goes up somewhere as well. I'm not really sure. But you cover a lot of ground when you mine this way. Give yourself a big tunnel. I think this might be the end. Is it? Well, Lord have mercy, it's dark. No, it's not the end. Got a little something right here. I thought it went further back up here than this. I really did. Yep, this is the final room. No, it's not either. I don't even know my own mine anymore. It's very, very dark. There we go. There's the end of it. Let's see where we ended up stopping at. Yeah, way up there, close, getting to the working steps, about halfway through the green biome. So, that's a pretty wicked little mine I've got going. But anyway, if you get your hands on an auger as soon as possible in the game, which you should try to, if you get your hands on an auger and get to where you've got some gas coming, you know, you've either got it crafting in the campfire or however it is you're making it. When you can get that kind of thing going for you, you can dig these mines like this and you'll get iron from every rock. And you'll get some coal from, you know, rocks. You'll get stone from sand. You'll get a lot of different resources and you'll burn through the auger really quick, but you'll level up your mining tool skill really fast. And you're also going to have a bunch of extra resources. Not only the stuff that you're digging for, the stuff you're looking for, but you're going to end up having a lot of everything else too, because you're going to hit pockets of dirt, you're going to hit pockets of sand, you're going to hit pockets of coal, nitrate powder, potassium nitrate, I guess, I don't know what it is, but nitrate powder. You're going to hit diamonds, silver, gold nuggets. They've added those to the game now. I just went and sold all my diamonds, silver, and gold for, I think I got 10 or 20,000 of the tokens out of them. I'll show you what I've done for my money on my base when I get here. But anyhow, it's a really good thing to dig yourself a mining system like this because you can dig in peace. You don't have to go build a base around a mine, you know. You just dig and you just keep digging until you get where you're going. And you end up acquiring a lot. Like there's a lot of concrete invested in my base, of course. Most of that, well actually all of that concrete was made from stone and sand and stuff like that from this mine. It came from digging this mine. Alright, we're back to the main part. It's always quicker going back. Every time, no matter what, it's always quicker going back. Alright, we're heading back into the trap now. Whoops, more like. I'm just running like crazy, that way I don't waste y'all's time with moving through tunnels and stuff like that. Alright, we're back. Very nice. So that was the mining system. And this was originally a first aid kit. It's not anymore. I left it up there just for random stuff. But these are, if I didn't tell you already, these are for dumping Horde Night loot. So this will be our very bottom level of the base. This is where all the magic happens, so to speak. I have another infinite water source. Excuse me, infinite water source right there. My voice is about gone. I've got 2 chemistry stations, 2 workbenches. I built these tables to put these fires on because I hate putting stuff on the floor like that. They're all loaded with everything they need. By the way, if you're wondering like what's the best food to make, that right there and that right there. Bacon and eggs and blueberry pie. Trust me. Also, meat stew, which as you can tell, I have some meat stew. I've got zombies in my trap. Check this out. Hang on. Let's go up. You hear them? Where that? Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Y'all gonna see some action, man. I'll bring you with me and handle this mess right here. This right here ain't gonna fly with me. Get out of the hole. Where's these boys at? They were right there. Okay, I guess we're not going to see some action. The problem must have took care of itself. Sorry about the lag, it keeps happening, I know. But yeah, it must have sorted itself out. We're undetected, nothing's in here. I've had them spawn in here before, but this is that little junkyard, backyard area of the passing gas when you get here. It looks very, very different now that I've kind of taken it over. But anyhow, back to the bottom layer. Back to the bottom layer. I know this is a longer video. There's a lot of crap to show you, man. You get this far into the game and like you're not sleeping in one of those prefab houses anymore. It's made out of like barn wood and stuff like that. Like you've built yourself something to survive this long. You know what I mean? There's a lot to it. But anyhow, I'll cut my headlamp on. We don't need it on. You guys can see okay. So there's the chemistry station workbenches and chemistry station. I told you I've got that there. This is for clothes, just random clothes. I'm hoping to find a couple of sets of military boots. I might have to go raid another military camp. This is all the chemistry stuff. Yes, I keep these sandwiches. It's so that I can make moldy bread, as you can tell. And oil shale. I've had thousands and thousands and thousands. I just recently did a session of making gasoline and fertilizer. This is my gas on this wall. Whoops. So there's a lot more to be had there. I got plenty of gas. I'm not hurting for it. One of my storages here. I've done okay for myself, I reckon. Some food. Well, a stockpile of food. Weapons. I've been consolidating. I ended up having 3 or 4 of these storage boxes full, but got a 503 AK-47. I've been working hard on that AK-47. Been working hard on that SMG. Been working hard on that sniper rifle. A couple of pistols that are in pretty good shape now. You know, I can trust them a little bit. My ammo box, where I keep all my bullet tips, stuff for making bullets and things like that. You guys, it's self-explanatory. You know what it is. I do keep exploding crossbow bolts in here. Those are for the trap. If that trap gets overrun, an exploding crossbow bolt, 1 or 2 anyway, will not destroy your trap. It will hurt it, but it won't destroy it. So you can correct the problem if it needs corrected. You know what I'm saying? You just can't overdo it. But anyway, there's the medical supplies. Here is the explosives. I've been making landmines because I thought about experimenting with landmines around the base. Honestly, I'm scared to death I'm going to ride my mini bike over. I'm still debating. I've got 5 cement mixers and another workbench. This is for... I don't want to craft concrete pillars in my inventory for 5 hours because I'll need to repair my axe, or I'll need to craft some arrows, so I put them on this workbench. So that workbench is for concrete. I've got some cement mixers here that might have fertilizer in them. No, they've got cement mix in them. So, or concrete mix, I mean. Yep, concrete mix. So I just did a session of making tons of concrete. Here's the stuff from that mine. I've been making concrete mix out of it, as you can tell. I keep the rotten flesh from Hordnite, and I dig up some dirt sometimes when I can to put it in here. It's not too hard to get dirt. And the nitrate powder that I acquire goes in here or I split it in half. Some makes gunpowder, some makes fertilizer in here. This over here is my forging room. So all the scrap stuff that I'm going to throw in the forges, I put it in here. I've got some brass and stuff I need to melt down. Let's actually sort here. Good. I make bullet tips and all sorts of things. I make my jars for the trader in here. I've got my bedroll down here now. It was on the roof of the passive gas, but not no more. This is my extra storage because I didn't have enough in the other boxes. There's not a whole lot. I just built this. Literally just built this. This might be the first time I've logged in since I built this. But got some stuff in here. There's another chemistry station. 2 more workbenches. There's an artifact. You find those in caves now. Yeah, there's nothing in these. I know the explosives boxes are empty. Here's some more of the medical supplies. Not bad. Ooh, I've got some vitamins. Let's take these. These are good for us. We'll take some of these. There we go. By the way, don't overuse that blood draw kit. Use that 1 time, never 2 times. I've got a bug that says 184 right there, where it increased 184, but it's 183, and I can't move the cursor all the way over there to show you. I didn't realize that till just now. But anyway, never use a blood draw kit more than 1 time. Like, use it once, wait like a while, then use it again. Don't try and stock up on blood bags. That ain't gonna work. Yeah, you could use a blood extraction kit, then a medical kit, then a blood extraction kit, then a medical kit. You will die. Do not do that. And my weapons boxes are now empty. They were full because I had tons and tons of parts, but I've since put them up. And as promised, here's my money. I have 61,849 tokens, Duke's Casino tokens. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is my base. I do have a small outpost just south of the winter biome, the snow biome, because loud music, very, very loud music. Because the winter biome, if I'm not mistaken, is the place to get nitrate powder. But other than that, this is the place I've called home for 233 days now. We're on day 33. We survived another one. This is the place, crap, I hate it when I do that. This is the place that did it for me. As you can see, you can use wood. Just don't use wood in places that zombies are going to try and come through. They're not going to attack down. They're going to try and get in this hole, and then they're going to try to attack through these pillars. These pillars are steel, and I'm debating upon whether or not I want to get the polish from the trader and upgrade this to reinforced steel or polished steel or whatever you call that. But that is my base. That's Casa de Woodward. I don't know. I'm an idiot. But that's it, guys and girls. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next